Alright, g'day guys, Matt Preston built cruisers now, and we're also doing the alternator. So let's do these mods. Hope you enjoy. Alright guys, here's the alternator. Now I'll be honest, it's just sort of a mid-range option. It's not like a Bosch or anything, but it does come with a little, they might all come with this, but I haven't seen it before, but it comes with a little testing report, and you can see it was cold when it happened, and it tells you at what RPM you're going to get the current. So I have to be revving, you know, 5,000–6,000 to get the max 80, which is obviously quite high, especially for a 60 series. They normally rev at 2,000 the whole time, but that was quite interesting. But here it is. So weighs about half a ton, I'll be honest, but plug looks the same as my original, and we've got the bottom bolts here, the top here, so it should be pretty straightforward. And also this here, this is where the vacuum hose will go onto. And yeah, basically we need to install this because the current alternator is dead. Alright guys, so I've got the 2H60 series here. My alternator is just under here, you can just sort of see it right there, so that is slightly in the way. I know if you have like a 40 series 2H, you may not have this in the way, but I do. But it should be fun, just to be able to get my spanners in there and sort of undo that and get that out of there. But yeah, let's get it in. Alright, so to get the old one out, what you want to do is there's a plug just here. You can see that green one. You can see in the back here, this one here, this is your little sort of vacuum hose. That's what will go onto this big bit here. And you'll make sure those washers are on there as well. And then just here, this bit here, there's a slider. You undo that, pull it in, and then this belt will get loose and you'll be laughing. So that's going to be the majority of the bolts, and there's one underneath and there's two also connection plugs in there. But make sure it's very important that you disconnect your battery first. So we're going to disconnect this now and get it off the car. I also say as well, if you don't know if you have the alternator or not, when you start it, you should have this little light on here, and the filter light and the battery light. And if you've got them, then yeah, you know your alternator's dead. Alright, so first we're just going to loosen up this tensioner bolt here. Alright, this part here, I'm pretty sure this is actually the AC unit, and I only know that because I actually did my belt on that. So that's probably why it's not in the 40 series, they probably don't have aircon. The tensioner bolt isn't this one, it's actually just underneath a bit further, about where the tip of my finger is there. So I'm going to actually probably use, I'll try the spanner, I might actually use a socket for that. And that, if you're wondering, is a 13mm. There you can see now, hopefully you can see that on camera, that's actually quite a lot loose now. And then we're also going to disconnect this big sort of green plug here. Alright guys, so I've disconnected the green plug, disconnected this aircon plug and this other plug over here just so I can have room to get access into here. So we've got one of your oil lines here, and we've also got a vacuum hose at the bottom, and we've also got another braided line here. So we do need to undo those three, this top wire, and then there's just one more big bolt at the bottom and it'll slide out. So yeah, let's get those undone. Alright, time to crack out the Tool Pro. Let's see if it's any good. That's the top bolt. Alright, now I've turned the top bolt off, I've been able to get that belt off. Now I've got way more movement here to work on it. Alright guys, now I actually have a problem with mine. This top wire here, the thread is spinning on the alternator, so I'm actually going to have a really hard time getting this wire off, but for you guys, hopefully that will just come off normally. Alright guys, absolutely stoked. Managed to get up here on the side, get a little spanner in here, get the other one, and I've just managed to crack that, which is awesome. So I don't need to re-solder that on or anything, that's just going to come off like normal. So we'll just take that off now, like so. Put the old screw back on, old bolt, sorry, and then that's the alternator fully out. Alright guys, you can see here, old versus new, very similar looking. Obviously little things like this is in a slightly different spot There's a bar here, there's not one there, but overall the feeds are in the same spot, which is very important, and they both have the same plug obviously, so that's a win. We know this will definitely work. And yeah, it comes with the new copper washers, so don't need new ones of them. So now it's just a matter of putting the new one in. Alright guys, just putting the alternator back in. I'm first doing that really sort of giant long bolt, which is at the bottom, which will sort of get all the weight off of me holding it and line it all up nicely. Alright guys, alternator's in, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and prioritize getting this belt back on while it's super loose. And as you can see, that's now on, believe it or not. It's quite easy. So now I'm going to put that top bolt in to stop it from falling over. Which for me at least looks like this one here, it's got two little washers on the end. Alright guys, I'm just connecting this sort of lower hose first. It does have a Phillips head screw, so it does also have the option for a socket, but I've just done the Phillips head and it seems to be alright. So just connect that one up first. There will be quite a lot of black oil coming out of it, but you should be able to just slide it on. And if you struggle to slide it on, I'd recommend almost getting it on first before you actually put the long bolt in at the bottom, so you can get more movement out of it. I'm just going to screw that one on there tight. But there is a little nook on the end, so it actually can't physically come off, so it doesn't need to be stupidly tight. Right, so I'm just going to connect these two other random clips I took off before for movement just back on, because they're sort of fighting me right now and getting in my way. Alright, now I'm just going to connect this sort of second lower line. It's got two copper washers that come with the new alternator, and you don't want to drop those. You take that off. Just make sure it's really important when you got it like this, make sure you got the hose in between, and then the copper washer goes over top, and then obviously through that little bolt there is where it's going to come through. Alright guys, on my new alternator, that's actually a size 17, which is a bit random. I haven't even gotten that one out yet, but if you do get a similar alternator, it might go up a bolt size. Alright guys, I'm at a point now where I've got everything on except for 3 little bolts, so I'm just going to definitely get this one in that does the adjustment so it can actually hold properly, and I'll do this last top hose and the 2 little wire connectors, which are pretty straightforward. So yeah, I've got to get this one in again. And I'm saying again because it was very, very difficult to get on. So on the 2H60 series with aircon, I've got the extender and it's on there, but the bolt does fall in, so I've only got like that much thread showing. So we'll see how we go. Might work, might not. Alright guys, it's getting dark. You have no idea the battle I've just had. But I'm able to get that top screw in for the alignment. And for now, I'm just going to pull it back as hard as I can and tighten it up. Well, I've just tightened that a little bit for now, just tacked it, and that's already feeling way better. Now I'm just going to put a plug in and the earth. Alright guys, so that earth's just a 10mm. Just going to tighten that first one up and then get the earth, put that on. Nut and washer and put that on. Sorry guys, you guys probably can't see this. There you go, earth is now on properly. And you guys can probably see this black plug here, so we're just going to connect that with this green one here, which is the new one. Now it only goes in one way, so make sure you get the right way. I'm just going to do this last big hose in this, the biggest bolt on the whole entire alternator basically. And similar setup to other ones, it's got 2 copper washers. So you want to leave one on, take one off. Just look like this. Alright, very important guys, this one here, there's actually a little rod that sticks out and it goes in a little hole, like a little alignment hole. So make sure you definitely get that in, and then literally the little washer on there like that, and then get your bolt and that goes on top. Let's see if we can start that. There we go, so I'll do that up in a second, but everything's on except for this last clip because it's being a bit annoying. But earth wire's on, big bolt at the bottom's on, this hose down here is on, this hose is on as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's about 8 different things here you can take on and off. Sounds like a lot, but it's pretty straightforward. So now I'm just going to connect the clip and should be able to start her up, and it should start charging the battery. Alright, this top bolt's at 22 as well if you've got the similar alternator to me. So yet again it's completely changing to what it was before. Tighten that up, nice and tight, not too tight. Alright guys, this clip isn't cooperating, so I'm just going to use 2 zip ties, but I'll do one either side and do them up, and it should easily hold this together as tight as it could possibly be, which is all I need really. So I think that's just because one clip's from the 80s and the one's from the alternator, so they're not really liking to cooperate with each other. Alright guys, quick summary. It's fully done now, and I just thought I'd show you guys in case you're following at home. But belt's on, plugs back in. You can see there's a zip tie through the middle, and it can't actually come off because you can sort of see it's between the wires. So that's a good way to do that. Up here for me is where my sort of earth is. Then like big bolt oil hose on. There's another one, just it's hard to see in camera, but there's one just here, and there's this one here. This is very obvious because it's more of a vacuum with some, to be fair, it does have oil in it. Don't think it's a vacuum hose, but that's the very bottom one at least, and that's got the only Phillips head on the whole thing. And then there's obviously a big long bolt at the bottom, and then there's one up here at the top for the tilt, and your green plug. Okay, so pretty simple, can't stress enough. This on a 40 series is a lot easier because you've got this massive thing in the way, because this bolt was definitely the hardest bolt by far. But now, fingers crossed, put the battery back on and we'll start her up, and those lights should be off the dash. Alright guys, first start with alternator, see how we go. Alright guys, should be able to see here that there's no lights on the dash other than the handbrake because it's in park, so that is a win. It is currently charging the battery, so now we'll take it for a test drive and make sure it's all good, but that should be it. Let me know what you think, looking forward to it. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.